very briefly, my last question I have for you. Is there really nothing serious going on here in this body, in this lifetime, in this whole thing?
You all are the only ones that implant the seriousness of it. Because without meaning to, you have observed and collected and made statistics of, and therefore rivers of thoughts of, things to overcome, in the misunderstanding that in the overcoming you become better people, when you were already really good to begin with. It's a sort of trying to measure your strength and vitality and goodness against others. But isn't it interesting how there is that world of action where you can move things around and you can apply yourself and you can be diligent, and there is a certain satisfaction in making a statement about something that you mean to accomplish and accomplishing it. We're not for a moment trying to guide you away from accomplishment or from progress or from expansion. That's all part of everything that we're talking about. But when you begin from the vibrational stance of feeling not enough, and then you set out to prove your moreness through your effort, that's just what we were talking about earlier here today, isn't it? In other words, some of you now have your foot sort of in two worlds. You're in the action-oriented world, the world where you're comparing yourself to one another, the world where you're competing for the prizes, you're trying to divvy up the non-existent pie. And then there's the world that you're now discovering, the world of vibration, the world of attraction, the world of allowing, the world of focus, the world of vibration, the world that created the world. You wonder about it, you argue about it, you debate about it. How did this world get here? How did this world get here? You can't figure it out. And the reason you can't figure it out as a species, as a science, as a humanity, is because you're not approaching it from vibrational knowledge yet. When you approach anything from vibrational knowledge, it's the biggest thing that you have to overcome, even in the understanding of what we are talking about all day, every day from this platform. As we say to you, you have created a vibrational reality, and many of you have come that far with us, and you accept that there are thoughts that are the precursors to the manifestations that come. But when you are able to take that step of understanding, that from that vibrational place, which is culmination, a huge culmination of energy, so much has been accomplished in this vibrational reality. But because you can't see it yet, or hear it yet, or smell it yet, or taste it yet, or touch it yet, you don't believe it yet. Because you've been counting on your ability to observe to make it real. But when you are able to cross that platform, when you are able to make that jump where you understand that that's vibrational and it is reality, and that reality will present itself to you in a way that you is presenting itself to you in a way that you can realize it, when you adjust your mood, which means you've adjusted your frequency to allow yourself to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, then you understand how this earth got here. Then you understand how this world is spinning in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets. There is no way of explaining it. It was not trucked in from other planets, and it did just not appear out of nowhere. It is a creation, as is all that is upon it, you see. So you really can't have one foot in one world and one foot in the other. You've got to come into your vibrational understanding. And when you come into your vibrational understanding, you'll feel free. You'll feel free of the bondage of all of the deception that you've been teaching yourself and each other for all of this time. Deception like your unworthiness. Deception like your limitedness. Deception like your boundaries. All kinds of things that you've taught yourself that you still sort of kind of believe that you're sort of working the bugs out of. And once you catch hold of a piece of the tail of this, as you have, and once you start deliberately creating your mood and then watching the evidence reveal itself to you. Now, those are not the perfect words. The evidence isn't revealing itself to you because it's always been there revealing itself to you. But you've tuned yourself to the frequency that allows you to realize it in your physical experience. And when enough of you do it, then it's something that is tangible, manifested in a way that others who are still using their observation can then observe it. And that's the way this continuum continues, you see. So any of you, at any point in your evolution, you just have to decide, I want to feel good. I want to be free. There isn't anything serious going on here, and yet everything is going on here. But there's nothing serious in the sense that nothing is going wrong. The worst thing that happens from your point of view is that you make your transition to non-physical, and from those who make their transitions point of view, that's the best thing that ever happened. In other words, to be here, to be engaged, to be excited, to be interested, to be part of something, and then to reemerge into non-physical and see it more clearly than you've ever seen it before, and to have those like you who are now tuned in, tapped in, turned on, ready to receive impulses, it just doesn't get any better than that. We are all in on all of this together, you see. And so, in the same way that you don't feel any tragedy when you come from outside inside or go from inside outside, there's no big deal about moving from the physical to the non-physical or from the non-physical to the physical. It's just perspective, you see. But to be like you in a physical body, in this time-space reality, with all of this variety, to stimulate and excite and produce desire within you, we cannot find the words to express the perfection of that expansion and evolution. So here you are in this perfect environment and now open to source energy, open to your impulses because you have tended to your mood. And now in this moment of blending, in this moment of power, all of your power is right here and now. And your power is about your mood. Your power is about your vibrational frequency. Your power is about your gap. Your power is about your alignment with who you are. Your power is about your trajectory. Your power is about your understanding of your value. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. Mm-hmm. Now, we interrupted you.
So nothing to worry about ever.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, bless that feeling of worry because it's pointing out a vibrational habit that will serve me well to release. So even the very worry is a blessed thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Very much. I appreciate it.